What's up, everybody? I have a 3waters kayak here. I hang it in my garage on these chains and these straps here. My only issue is the way the washer and dryer is placed and everything, and with the weight of this thing being 100 pounds, it's hard to get on to these straps to get it raised up. I'm scared I'm gonna tweak my back lifting it up with one hand, trying to use my other hand to get the straps underneath. I've been trying to think of something to do, an easier way to get this up here, and something cheap that didn't cost a lot of money. I saw on Facebook, I believe it was the 3waters owners page, and one of the guys bought and used this portable work stand from Harbor Freight. It's a 200-pound capacity. It's lightweight. It's cheap. It was only $20, and with a 20% off coupon after tax and everything out the door, it only cost me 17 bucks. So what I'm going to do is put that together, and then I'm going to try to, I had this little dolly here that I bought a few weeks ago. It was on sale for like $5, so I just bought it. But anyways, I'm going to try to mount this rack somehow on top of that. So the plan is, when I have the kayak in the bed of my truck, I want to be able to slide or roll this rack up to the bed of the truck, slide the kayak out on top of the rack, and then roll it over here and have it at this height to where I can just slide the straps underneath it and then just raise it up. Okay, I've been working on this stand for a few minutes now. I finally got it put together. It wasn't too bad. It came with too many nuts, but not enough washers, so luckily I had some washers laying around here. Alright, now that I have this rack put together, it's pretty sturdy. It's not going anywhere. These chains here, you can adjust how narrow or how wide you want this to be by just changing the link out on the chain. Very easy to do. It wasn't too bad to put together. What I'm gonna do is I went ahead and put the cart underneath the kayak to adjust it to the width I want. I was originally going to do here and here, but I didn't want that to, I thought that was going to be too narrow, and I didn't want it to get kind of top heavy and topple over, so I got it set to go in this groove and this groove here, and it's a little bit wider on the kayak, so I think that's going to be better. Okay, I got the carpet off of the little movers dolly that I got from Harbor Freight, and I'm going to chop it up a little bit and try to modify it to make it fit underneath this little rack right here, so I can wheel everything around. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, I got the base of it pretty much built now. You can see how it kind of, from the far back side to the far front, it angles in the way the bars are, because these are inside and this one's inside, so the width is a little bit different. So when I put the two cross supports down, I did an angle cut so nothing overhangs, and the same thing over here, nice angle cut so nothing overhangs. And also, if I am working on this, like doing some work to the kayak, I might cut a little piece of plywood to go here, and that's an extra little storage to just put some tools that I'm using or whatever for whatever project I'm doing on the kayak and whatnot. But anyways, the next thing I'm going to do is get these lined up to exactly where I want them. And I think I'm going to get, if I have a hole saw big enough, I'm going to put a hole about halfway through this 2x4, so the base of these rods fit down into those holes, and it'll keep it from sliding around when the kayak's on top of it. Alright, I got a hole saw it's the biggest I have is 1.25 inches, and it's just a tiny bit bigger than this, so that should work fine. The problem is the way that this is at an angle, it's going to be hard to get it perfect, I think, and where I need it. So I'm just going to draw a little square kind of around the area and kind of aim for the middle, and hopefully that works. Alright, I'm actually pretty happy. That turned out pretty good. I kind of eyeballed the angle of the hole, and it works nice. It fits in there good. I didn't go all the way through the 2x4, maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through, maybe on the this part of the hole of the angle, and then this part over here, it's only down about maybe 1/4 inch. But it slips down into that hole nicely, and that's going to keep this this cart on top of the wood and in place of the wood when I'm rolling around. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side here now, and give it a test. Alright, as you can see, everything fits down in the holes that we drilled. Everything seems like it fits nicely. The cart, it moves around fine, nothing's slipping out. And also with the weight of the kayak, I don't see these coming out at all. If I didn't drill the holes, I would be too worried that that rack would slide off of the wood. So this secures it better, and we'll get the kayak lowered down on it and see how it works here in a few minutes. Alright, I'm actually pretty happy with this. You can see how the kayak fits underneath where I got it placed. It's centered pretty easy, it lowered down on it easy. It's really stable actually. It's not going to come off. It rolls around super nice. It's so much better than dragging this thing around or trying to lift it. Let me set this camera over here and just show you how easy it is to spin around. Much easier. And if I got the height just right, it looks like it's going to slide right into the bed of my truck. Let me move this stuff out and I'll try it. Alright, let's slide it in the truck and see how it works. There it is. It slid in there perfectly. Cart slides right out. The wheels even went down the little, this little step in over the crack of the concrete where the driveway and the garage meet. So much easier. Now, let's see how it's going to be when I want to take it out. Wow, that is way easier. Definitely gonna be a lot easier on the back, for sure. Everything works perfect. The only thing I could see being an issue, it's not an issue here, but if you have a driveway that has a little steeper incline or something, you might want to use a little wheel chock, or if you could find caster wheels that actually have the little brakes on them, that would actually be perfect. I already had this little wooden cart from Harbor Freight, so I didn't want to go spend the money on buying more caster wheels and the kind that had brakes on them when I had this other one just laying around that I could cut up and use. So getting it in the truck is easy, getting it out of the truck is easy. Now the hardest part that I've had issues with worrying about tweaking my back or something is getting it on these straps here, my cam buckle straps. It was pretty tough getting it on there with the way the washer and dryer is and everything, and so I'm going to set this camera down and we'll try to get it on the straps and see how that works. There it is. That was 100 times easier. I wish I made a video beforehand of how I used to get it up there, trying to lift it with one hand, using my free hand to try to get the strap down and around the rudder, and then trying not to, I was letting the front end rest on top of the washer and the dryer, and I was scared I was gonna dent that up and scratch it up, and then wife get mad at me for messing up her washer and dryer. Alright, one thing about this rack, number one, thanks to the guy on Facebook who came up with the idea of actually this workbench style folding rack from Harbor Freight. That helped out a lot because I've been trying to decide for a while now what I wanted to do, how I wanted to make this easier. I didn't want to put a pulley system like the ones you have to buy from the stores, but they're usually only good for like 125 pounds anyways. I didn't want to build my own system and have a whole bunch of mess up there with pulleys and trying to tie a string and stuff over here on the wall. Like I was saying, with it being two pieces like this, they fold up, they lean against the wall real nicely. They're not going to take up any storage. Alright, this this definitely helps me with this kayak, especially with it being 100 pounds. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give me a follow, and I'll see you later.